Among the thousands of people forced to flee Saskatchewan's northern communities is a provincial politician, Jordan McPhail, a Saskatchewan MLA for Cumberland. He fled from his home in La Ronge to Saskatoon. Will be heading back up to Prince Albert later today to help out with constituents who've been displaced. And he joins us now. Jordan, thanks for taking the time for CTV. I know there's a lot going on. What's the latest?
Well, the latest is that we have 15,000 people in northern Saskatchewan that are displaced, mainly from my constituency. I just want to say a huge thank you to the frontline workers that got 15,000 people from their home communities out safely. I know it's taking a ton of hard work to do that, and I just want to say a huge thank you to them, to the people that are working on the front lines, fighting these fires, both by land and air. Just thank you so much for everything you're doing to doing for our community. You also have, local volunteer firefighter organizations that have taken up arms against this. I just want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. And, for me, our evacuees, they're needing a lot of resources, reaching out to our office. And we're doing what we can to try and support them through what is one of the most challenging times in their life, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're showing some photos that you've given us, Jordan, for us to show to our viewers across the country the situation you went through. We see the fire, we see all the smoke, we see obviously very bad air quality, and in some cases the fire is getting very close to the road, abandoned neighborhoods as well. What was the situation like when you left?
For myself, leaving in the community, you're in a long lineup, 300 to 400 vehicles, multiple kilometers long, and just south of town, when you're looking out your windshield, you see the shoe fire, one of the largest fires burning in Saskatchewan right now. In your rearview mirror, you see the fire that's threatening your home community, the Pisu fire. And you know that you're about to drive through the ditch fire, which is the one burning near Wildfires, to get to safety. My wife and kids were already down in Saskatoon. I was evacuating out of La Ronge, helping people where I could, get them onto buses, getting patients from the local hospital onto buses and heading south. Once I was on the road seeing that and then having to drive through very smoky conditions, fire on both sides of the road, again, just a huge thank you to the safety agencies that are getting people out safely. I know it was a scary time, even for myself. Many people in my hometown have, taken to Facebook to show just how scary that was for them. And I just really appreciate the hard work of so many to make sure that people are staying safe and the people that are battling these blazes in our communities.
Just quickly, we know there has been some criticism, you heard it a moment ago, from some First Nations leaders in Manitoba, but some other people in Saskatchewan as well who have been saying that there just hasn't been enough help, whether it's from the province, whether it's from the federal government. Can I get your assessment?
Well, I've been on the emergency operations center calls in the morning with some of the local leadership, First Nations, Métis, local mayors and councils, the frontline firefighting teams, and I'm hearing what the resources that they're needing, both on the front line as well as the evacuees that are outside. And I would argue that any person that wants to make a clear assessment of what the needs are on the front line for what resources are needed, as well as the resources needed for where these people are displaced to, needs to be listening to the local leadership, needs to be listening to the people providing this. With boots on the ground and answering the calls that they have for their provincial and federal governments.
Jordan McPhail joining us. He is an MLA in Saskatchewan, represents the New Democratic Party. He represents the riding of Cumberland. Thanks so much for this, Jordan. Please keep in touch.
Thanks.